The moment you decide that success is not a distant possibility, but your inevitable destiny, your life begins to shift. It's not magic, nor mere luck. It is the profound power of your mind aligning with your highest vision. To act as if success is your destiny is to live in a state of unstoppable momentum, a living declaration that you will accept nothing less than your greatest potential fulfilled. This is the starting line of every transformation, the sacred space where thought becomes action and dreams become reality. Understand this deeply. Your current reality is not your final truth. It is simply the soil from which the seeds of your future will grow. When you commit to acting as if success is already yours, you water those seeds with belief, discipline, and relentless effort. You no longer wait for permission, validation, or perfect conditions. You move forward with certainty, stepping boldly into the life you are creating. The universe responds not to hesitation, but to conviction. It bends to the will of those who dare to own their greatness now. Your attitude is the foundation of this journey. It shapes every decision, colors every perception, and influences every interaction. When you embrace a mindset that refuses to settle for less, that sees opportunity where others see obstacles, you unlock a reservoir of energy that propels you forward. This is not blind optimism, but informed faith. Faith forged in the fires of experience and sharpened by clarity of purpose. Your attitude becomes a beacon, attracting people, resources, and circumstances aligned with your destiny. Communication is the instrument through which you shape your world. Speak with intention, clarity, and confidence. Your words carry weight both to yourself and to others. They are the building blocks of your influence and the bridge to your goals. But communication is more than speaking. It is listening deeply, understanding profoundly, and responding with wisdom. The successful master this art because they know that connection fuels opportunity and relationships form the fertile ground where success takes root. Self-discipline is the engine that powers your destiny. It demands that you do what must be done, not what is easy or comfortable. It calls you to rise early, to push through fatigue, to persist when motivation wanes. Discipline is not a chain that binds, but a key that unlocks freedom. The freedom to live on your terms and the power to build the life you envision. It is the consistent effort that turns potential into reality, transforming fleeting inspiration into lasting achievement. Guard your mind with unwavering vigilance. Your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions shape your results. Feed your mind with knowledge, inspiration, and positivity. Weed out doubt, fear, and negativity. Cultivate a mindset of growth, resilience, and possibility. Understand that your mental environment is the soil from which your destiny grows. Protect it, nurture it, and watch as it blooms into success. Commit yourself to lifelong learning. The world is in constant motion, and those who stop learning fall behind. Seek wisdom in books, mentors, experiences, and reflection. But learning is not passive. It must translate into action. Let every lesson fuel your growth, every insight sharpen your strategy. The hunger to learn keeps you ahead, sharpens your edge, and deepens your understanding of what is possible. Master your time with ruthless precision. Time is the currency of success, and how you spend it determines your trajectory. Prioritize activities that align with your highest goals. Eliminate distractions that steal your focus. Build rituals that cultivate productivity and peace. Time management is not about doing more, but about doing what matters most with excellence and intention. Cultivate resilience, the strength to rise after every fall and the courage to keep going when the path is steep. Understand that failure is not the opposite of success, but a vital part of it. Each setback reveals lessons. Each challenge builds character. Embrace adversity as a teacher, not an enemy. Resilience turns obstacles into stepping stones, forging a spirit unbreakable and a will unstoppable. Nurture your body and mind as the sacred vessels of your destiny. Strengthen your body through movement, nourish it with wholesome food, and replenish it with rest. Cultivate mental health through mindfulness, gratitude, and positive relationships. Physical vitality and mental clarity are the foundation upon which your success stands firm and unshaken. Give generously without expectation. True wealth is measured not just by what you accumulate, but by what you share. Giving connects you to a higher purpose, expands your influence, and creates a flow of abundance. Share your time, knowledge, and resources freely, knowing that generosity enriches both giver and receiver and opens doors to unexpected blessings. Hold unwavering faith in yourself in the process. Trust your capacity to grow, to overcome, and to succeed. Faith steadies your heart amid uncertainty and lights your path when the way is unclear. It transforms persistence from a trial into a triumph, infusing your journey with hope and courage. With faith, every step forward is purposeful, every challenge surmountable, every dream attainable. To act as if success is your destiny is to embody these principles daily. It is to live with intentionality, courage, and relentless commitment. You become the architect of your future, crafting each moment with precision and passion. The habits you build become the pillars of your greatness, supporting a life not left to chance but commanded by your will. Rise now with purpose. Build with passion. Thrive with conviction. Your destiny is not a distant dream, it is the life you create today, habit by habit, choice by choice. Own it fully, walk boldly, and claim the success that has always been your rightful inheritance. When you begin to act as if success is your destiny, you step into a realm beyond mere wishing or hoping. You enter a battlefield where your beliefs, your actions, and your spirit unite in unstoppable harmony. This is the state of living from the future you envision not as a distant goal, but as your present reality. In this state, doubt no longer finds a foothold. Hesitation is silenced, and fear becomes a distant whisper beneath the roar of your purpose. Your mind becomes your greatest ally and your fiercest weapon. It will shape your reality more than any external circumstance ever could. Train it relentlessly. Feed it with visions of what is possible. Shield it from the lies that say you are not enough, not ready, or not worthy. Replace every I can't with I will. Replace every maybe someday with starting now. The power of your destiny lies in the convictions you hold within your mind's walls. Remember, every great life was built on the foundation of belief acted upon with boldness. The difference between those who merely dream and those who achieve is the courage to move forward when conditions seem imperfect, when the road is unclear, when the world doubts. You are called not to wait for permission, but to give yourself permission to succeed. You are called not to be a spectator, but a warrior, forging your path through intention, persistence, and unwavering faith. Your habits are the sacred rituals that transform abstract dreams into concrete realities. Each morning you choose discipline over comfort, focus over distraction, growth over stagnation. You build the architecture of your success. Do not underestimate the power of small actions done consistently. The mighty oak grows from a single acorn. The great empire starts with one brick laid with care. Embrace challenges as opportunities to refine your strength and deepen your wisdom. When obstacles rise, face them not as threats, but as invitations to grow. Let resilience be your armor and perseverance your sword. Each setback is a lesson, each failure a step closer to mastery. This is the rhythm of success, a relentless dance of effort, learning, and rising again. Surround yourself with those who elevate you, people who challenge your limits, inspire your vision, and hold you accountable to your highest self. Community is the crucible where ideas become actions and intentions become results. Choose your companions wisely, for they shape the trajectory of your journey. Balance is not a destination, but a practice. Nourish your body with movement and rest, your mind with learning and stillness, your heart with purpose and joy. A well-tended life fuels the energy required to pursue your destiny relentlessly. Without health and clarity, even the grandest vision falters. Generosity opens the floodgates of abundance. Give not from scarcity, but from the overflowing well of your success. Share your time, your knowledge, your resources. In giving, you create a cycle of blessing that returns multiplied. True success is measured not just by what you acquire, but by the lives you uplift and the legacy you leave. Hold faith as your guiding star. Trust that your efforts, even when unseen, are moving you forward. Believe in the invisible threads that connect your present actions to future triumphs. Faith is the quiet voice that steadies your resolve when storms rage. It is the light that never dims, no matter how dark the night. To act as if success is your destiny is to embody the spirit of the relentless, the bold, and the visionary. It is to live each day as an opportunity to move closer to the life you were born to lead. This is not a promise of ease, but a call to courage. Not a guarantee of perfection, but an assurance that through unwavering commitment, your greatness is inevitable. Rise now with clarity and conviction. Step into your power unapologetically. Build with intention and passion. Your destiny is calling. Answer it with the fierce heart of a champion, the disciplined mind of a scholar, and the unbreakable spirit of a conqueror. The life of success you envision is not waiting in the future. It is born in every choice you make today. Act as if success is your destiny and watch as the world rearranges itself to make it so. You are no longer a passenger drifting aimlessly through life's currents. You are the captain steering with unwavering purpose toward the horizon of your dreams. Acting as if success is your destiny demands that you embody the qualities of that future self right now, before the accolades, before the wealth, before the external proof. It is a radical declaration that who you are becoming is more important than where you currently stand. Live each moment with the dignity and discipline of the person you aspire to be. Dress your thoughts, your words, your actions in the armor of confidence and clarity. Speak as if your voice commands respect, because it carries truth and vision. Move as if your steps are laying the foundation for a legacy that will outlast you. Think as if failure is simply feedback, a necessary course correction on the journey to inevitable triumph. This is not about pretending or playing a role. It is about stepping fully into the power of your potential and refusing to be defined by your past limitations. Every choice you make either moves you closer to or further from your destiny. To act as if success is your destiny is to consciously choose progress, integrity, and resilience in every decision, big or small. Surround yourself with reminders of your vision. Fill your environment with symbols of what you aim to achieve. Books that inspire, images that fuel your passion, conversations that challenge and elevate you. Your surroundings must reflect the magnitude of your ambition, for the world you inhabit influences the world you create. Remember, success is not a destination but a journey of transformation. It demands patience and persistence, moments of quiet reflection, and bursts of bold action. There will be trials that test your resolve, temptations that seek to derail you, and voices that doubt your capacity. Meet each challenge with the certainty that your destiny is not negotiable. Harness the rhythm of daily habits to build unstoppable momentum. Let each morning be a sacred ceremony of intention setting, each task an opportunity to demonstrate excellence, and each setback a call to deepen your resolve. The accumulation of these moments will craft a life of extraordinary achievement. Never lose sight of the profound truth that success is as much about who you become as what you accomplish. The richness of your character, the depth of your wisdom, and the strength of your spirit are the true measures of your journey. Act as if success is your destiny, not only to build wealth or status, but to become a beacon of possibility and inspiration for others. As you move forward, carry this unshakable belief in your heart that you are worthy, capable, and destined for greatness. Let this belief guide you through uncertainty and fuel your passion through every season. The world awaits the unfolding of your purpose, the realization of your vision, and the full expression of your unique greatness. Rise with purpose. Step into your power. Live as if success is not just a dream, but the very essence of who you are. In doing so, you do not chase success, you embody it. And when you embody it fully, nothing can stand in your way. You stand now at the crossroads, where intention meets action, where belief becomes reality. To act as if success is your destiny is to awaken the dormant giant within the part of you that knows no limits, no excuses, no surrender. This is the moment you shed the weight of doubt and hesitation and step boldly into the life you are meant to lead. Your destiny is not some distant star to be wished upon. It is the fire within you, burning brighter with every decisive step you take. Harness that fire. Let it fuel your mornings, ignite your efforts, and warm your spirit during the coldest trials. Let it be the unrelenting drumbeat that drowns out the whispers of fear and the echoes of past failures. Every challenge you face is an invitation to prove that your commitment to success is stronger than any obstacle. Every setback is a test, and every triumph a testament to your relentless will. Surround yourself with the energy of winners. Seek out those whose visions inspire and whose disciplines challenge. Learn from their journeys, but never imitate their shadows. Forge your own path with the wisdom gleaned from their triumphs and failures alike. Remember, your success is uniquely yours, shaped by your values, passions, and purpose. Let your environment be a sanctuary of growth, a place where your ambitions are nurtured, your mind expanded, and your resolve hardened. Fill it with books that teach, music that motivates, and people who believe in the power of transformation. Protect this space fiercely, for it is the cradle of your becoming. Time will test your dedication. Days will blur, distractions will beckon, and the allure of comfort will tempt you to pause. Resist. Guard your time as the precious resource it is. Prioritize ruthlessly. Know that every moment invested in your growth multiplies the richness of your future. The clock is your ally only if you master its rhythm. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Every small victory is a brick laid in the foundation of your empire. Do not be discouraged by the distance yet to travel. Instead, let the milestones behind you be proof of your capacity to conquer. Growth is a marathon, not a sprint, and endurance is the crown of those who achieve lasting success. Embody gratitude, for it transforms scarcity into abundance and fear into faith. When you appreciate the journey, the lessons, the struggles, the moments of joy, you align yourself with the current of prosperity. Gratitude is the seed that blossoms into resilience, generosity, and peace. Never forget that true success is holistic. It touches every part of your life, your health, your relationships, your spirit. Invest in these as diligently as you pursue financial gain. A well-balanced life is a powerful platform from which your ambitions take flight. Finally, hold fast to your vision when the road grows dark and the doubts creep in. Your destiny demands faith in yourself, faith in the process, and faith in the unseen forces that conspire in your favor. Let faith be the light that guides your steps when certainty falters. You are the author of your story, the sculptor of your fate, the embodiment of your dreams. Act as if success is your destiny, for in this truth lies your power to transform, to rise, and to thrive. The world awaits the fullness of your greatness. Step forward now boldly, fiercely, and with unshakable conviction, and claim the life that is rightfully yours. Step forward now, not as a hesitant wanderer, but as a sovereign, claiming the throne of your own destiny. Let every breath you take, every word you speak, every action you execute be infused with the certainty that success is not a question, but an answer already written deep within your soul. This is the proclamation of a mind aligned, a spirit awakened, and a will unbreakable. You no longer negotiate with doubt or bargain with fear. You command your path with unwavering resolve. Know this success is not a prize handed to the lucky. It is the inevitable harvest reaped by those who plant seeds of intention, nurture them with discipline, and protect them with relentless perseverance. Each day is a battlefield where the fiercest fight is fought within your own mind. Will you choose distraction or focus, excuses or effort, comfort or growth? The answers to these questions shape your destiny far more than any external circumstance. Surround yourself with the energy that elevates you, champions of progress, architects of change, believers in the power of relentless pursuit. Their wisdom becomes your compass, their stories your fuel. But remember, no one else can walk your path. Your journey is uniquely yours, carved by your choices, driven by your passion, and fueled by your vision. Create an environment that mirrors the greatness you aspire to. Fill your space with inspiration, structure, and reminders of your purpose. This sanctuary becomes the cradle of your transformation, a fortress against the noise of negativity and complacency. Protect it with the vigilance of a guardian, for it nurtures the fertile ground where your dreams take root and flourish. Manage your time like the precious currency it is. In the economy of success, minutes are more valuable than gold. Prioritize ruthlessly, eliminate distractions mercilessly, and invest every moment in activities that propel you toward your vision. Remember, the difference between those who achieve and those who don't often lies in how they steward their time. Celebrate progress with the humility of a student and the confidence of a champion. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a testament to your resilience and dedication. Do not let the distance left to travel overshadow the victories won. Growth is a marathon, demanding endurance, patience, and unwavering commitment. Embrace gratitude as a transformative force. It converts scarcity into abundance, fear into faith, and despair into hope. Gratitude opens your heart to the richness of your journey, aligning you with the flow of prosperity and peace. It is the seed from which resilience, generosity, and joy blossom. Recognize that true success is holistic. It encompasses your health, relationships, mind, and spirit. Invest with equal passion in these realms. A balanced life is the stronghold from which your ambitions soar higher and sustain longer. Hold fast to your vision when shadows fall and doubts arise. Faith becomes your lighthouse, guiding you through uncertainty and storms. Trust in yourself, the process, and the unseen forces conspiring in your favor. Let this faith be the unwavering beacon that illuminates your path. You are the master of your fate, the author of your story, the embodiment of your dreams. Act as if success is your destiny, for in this truth lies your power to transform, rise, and thrive. The world awaits your greatness. Step boldly into your future and claim the life you were born to live. Now stand tall and feel the power coursing through your veins, the power that comes from owning your destiny with every fiber of your being. This is the moment when hesitation fades into history, when doubt is silenced by the roar of your conviction, and when the promise of your greatness ignites into unstoppable flame. You are no longer waiting for success to find you. You are moving toward it with fierce determination, relentless courage, and unbreakable faith. The journey you have traveled, the battles you have fought within yourself, have forged a spirit stronger than any external force. You are the master of your mind, the architect of your life, the commander of your fate. No circumstance, no setback, no voice of negativity can shake the foundation you have built. Your success is not a question of if, but when, and that when is now. Embrace this truth. Greatness lives inside you, waiting only for your permission to emerge. The habits you have cultivated, the mindset you have embraced, the discipline you have wielded, these are your weapons and your wings. With them, you will soar above limitations, break through barriers, and carve a legacy that will echo far beyond your own days. Let your heart beat with the fierce rhythm of purpose. Let your steps echo with the confidence of inevitability. Walk forward knowing that every challenge is fuel, every failure a lesson, and every day a gift to move closer to your dreams. You carry within you the light that can illuminate the darkest paths, the strength to overcome the tallest mountains, and the wisdom to build a life of meaning and impact. This is your time. This is your calling. Rise with unshakable resolve. Speak with unstoppable power. Live with unwavering passion. The world needs your brilliance, your courage, your unwavering commitment to becoming the person you were always meant to be. Stand now as the embodiment of your destiny, bold, fearless, and free. Claim your success not as a distant hope, but as your living reality. The journey ends here, and the true story begins, your story of triumph, transformation, and transcendence. Go forth, own your greatness, live your destiny. The world is waiting. The world doesn't pay you what you're worth. It pays you what you believe you're worth. It doesn't give you success based on what you hope for. It gives it based on what you move like, think like, act like. And the greatest secret every self-made millionaire has known, the one thing they never waited for, is this. You don't wait to become successful before you act like it. You act as if you are a millionaire. Long before the money's in the bank, long before the world believes it, you walk, talk, move, build, and think like someone who already carries that weight, that responsibility, that identity, not because you're pretending, but because you're training. This isn't about faking anything. It's about aligning yourself with the life you were meant to live. Most people are waiting for permission to rise, waiting for a check to act disciplined, waiting for applause to act confident, waiting for the breakthrough to start working like they're already blessed. But the game doesn't work like that. Life doesn't reward the passive. It rewards the prepped. The people who walk into every room like they belong, not because they're arrogant, but because they've decided they are worth something, that their life has meaning, that they don't need the external to validate what the internal already knows. You act as if you're a millionaire, not because you have it in your wallet, but because you already have it in your habits. You eat like someone who values energy. You read like someone who's responsible for making big decisions. You show up early like someone who owns the room. You speak like someone who doesn't waste words. You dress not to impress, but to express your standard. And when life gets heavy, you don't panic. You pivot. You don't beg. You build. Because millionaires don't wait to feel ready. They train until it's natural. You want the wealth? Then live like someone who knows how to carry it. Because wealth doesn't destroy people, it reveals them. And if you can't steward your mornings, your thoughts, your emotions, your energy, you won't steward millions. Not because you're not smart, but because you haven't become the person yet. That's what this is really about. Not money, but maturity. Not status, but structure. You don't become a millionaire by accident. You become one by alignment. Internally, day after day, with every choice, every hour, every interaction, every standard you refuse to lower. Act as if you are a millionaire, not because you're chasing money, but because you're chasing ownership. Ownership of your mind, ownership of your choices, ownership of your presence. Because money doesn't make a man. Alignment does. Responsibility does. Discipline does. And until you start moving with the gravity of someone who has built wealth on the inside, the outside will never follow. The person who waits for the bank account to build the mindset will lose. Because money doesn't change people. It exposes them. So if you're insecure, money magnifies it. If you're ungrateful, money amplifies it. If you're undisciplined, money will make you dangerous, not powerful. That's why you must build the millionaire version of you before the millions ever arrive. Because when you become the person who deserves it, you'll attract the life that matches it. You don't earn millions with your mouth, you earn it with your habits, with how you show up when no one claps, with how you respond when the pressure comes, with how you command your day, your time, your energy, your word. Act as if you're a millionaire in how you think. A millionaire doesn't waste their mind. They don't clutter it with junk. They don't feed it gossip. They don't fuel it with fear. They train it like an athlete, like a soldier. They read, they reflect, they learn. Not because it's trendy, but because their decisions carry weight. Their ideas build futures. Their thinking moves the market. And if your mind is still fragile, scattered, easily distracted, you're not building wealth, you're building worry. You're not preparing for responsibility, you're rehearsing regret. But when you think like a millionaire long before the money comes, you build the foundation to keep it. Act as if you're a millionaire in how you handle your time. Because time is money, and anyone who wastes it is already broke. Millionaires don't chase every notification. They don't live on someone else's schedule. They don't allow the calendar to be dictated by drama or distractions. They plan. They prioritize. They protect the hours that shape the outcomes. If your time is chaotic, your life will be too. But if your time is governed by standards, not emotion, then your results will be governed by growth, not reaction. Don't wait until your time is worth $1,000 an hour. Live like it is now, and watch how life begins to respond. Act as if you are a millionaire in how you speak. A millionaire doesn't speak carelessly. Every word carries weight. They don't talk to be liked. They speak to lead. They don't gossip. They guide. They don't echo noise. They shape culture. because their words are not thrown out for approval, they're delivered with intention. And when you speak with that kind of clarity, that kind of command, people don't just listen, they adjust. So check your tongue. Is it building you up or breaking you down? Is it attracting opportunity or repelling it? Is it aligned with the future you want or the fear you tolerate? Speak as if you already carry the weight of legacy and you'll begin to walk in it. Act as if you are a millionaire in how you move. A millionaire walks into a room and doesn't beg to be seen. Their posture speaks before their mouth does. Their energy is calm, certain, controlled. Why? Because they're not performing. They're present. They're not seeking attention. They're focused on intention. They've done the work internally, so they don't need to convince anyone of who they are. Their body language says, I belong here. Not because I'm lucky, but because I've built myself to carry this room. And if you don't yet move like that, it's not because you're unworthy, it's because you haven't trained your nervous system to match your vision. But that can change. And it changes by moving today as if your presence already carries value. Act as if you are a millionaire in how you lead yourself. Because before you lead teams, families, movements, companies, communities, you must lead you. And leadership starts with one powerful choice. I will not let my feelings dictate my future. Because if you move when you feel like it and pause when you don't, you've surrendered your life to emotion. But when you decide, I move because I'm called to move, I rise because I've been given a life to build, I act because I'm becoming who I said I'd be, that's when the shift begins. You stop negotiating with excuses. You stop making deals with delay. You stop tolerating old behaviors. Because the millionaire version of you doesn't need hype. They need discipline. Act as if you are a millionaire in how you treat people. Because money doesn't excuse you from manners. Power doesn't replace character. And no matter how high you climb, if your presence makes people feel small, you've already failed. The real ones, the ones who've evolved, not just earned, they walk in humility, wrapped in certainty. They don't flex to prove status. They serve to build others. They listen with patience. They lead with clarity. They give without expectation. They build relationships with the same care they build portfolios because they understand wealth that isn't relational is hollow. And if you can't be kind with nothing, you'll be cruel with everything. Act as if you are a millionaire in how you handle pressure. Because money magnifies everything. And if pressure breaks you now, success will bury you. Millionaires don't avoid pressure, they practice it. They rehearse clarity in chaos. They don't react with panic. They respond with presence. When setbacks come, they don't ask, why me? They ask, what now? They don't fold. They focus. Because pressure is the gym where character is carved. And every time you choose discipline over emotion, precision over panic, decision over delay, you're training for more. You're showing life. I can handle this. I'm becoming unshakable. Act as if you are a millionaire in your self-respect. Not in arrogance, in alignment. You don't show up desperate. You don't chase people who don't value you. You don't explain your worth. You embody it. You walk away from rooms that can't handle your growth. You don't beg to belong. You build your own table. Because you know, the more you evolve, the less you tolerate. The more you grow, the more selective you become. And when your identity is solid, you don't need permission. You don't need validation. You know who you are and you guard it like your future depends on it. Because it does. Act as if you are a millionaire in how you recover. Because life will hit. You will lose. You will fall. And what separates the average from the unstoppable is not whether they get knocked down, it's how fast they rise. A millionaire mindset doesn't dwell in pity. It doesn't live in defeat. It turns setbacks into blueprints. It turns rejection into refinement. It doesn't replay the pain, it rewires the perspective. Because when you act like a millionaire, you move like someone who understands the world isn't against you, it's sculpting you. And you don't heal by hiding. You heal by building again. Act as if you are a millionaire in your environment. Because your surroundings are not just background, they're signals. And the person who evolves into greatness becomes ruthless about their space. Your room should reflect your standard. Your desk should echo your discipline. Your digital life should reinforce your focus. You don't wait for a mansion to live clean. You don't wait for an office to act organized. You treat what you have as if it's already sacred. Because how you treat your environment is how you treat your future. And a millionaire doesn't step over clutter, they clear it. They create environments that support power, places where thoughts grow, energy moves. And excellence isn't an exception, it's the expectation. Act as if you are a millionaire in how you see yourself. Because identity is the thermostat of your life. If you see yourself as struggling, you'll sabotage success. If you see yourself as unlucky, you'll repel opportunity. But if you see yourself as worthy, if you train your mind to believe with every fiber of your being that you are capable, called, crafted for greatness, then your actions will rise to match it. You won't wait to feel confident, you'll move with conviction. You won't need to fake anything because the inside and outside will finally agree. That's not ego. That's alignment. And when you walk in alignment, doors open. Not by luck, but by law. Act as if you are a millionaire in your decisions. Because success is not one big breakthrough. It's 1,000 small daily votes cast in favor of who you're becoming. You don't wait for perfect clarity. You decide. You move. You make bold calls with imperfect data. Why? Because millionaires don't obsess over making no mistakes. They obsess over making momentum. And if you can't make decisions under pressure, you'll always live in someone else's plan. But the person who acts as if they are a millionaire, they own their choices. They own the outcome. They don't blame. They build. And they understand this truth. The quality of your life will always mirror the quality of your decisions. Act as if you are a millionaire in your inner circle. Because proximity is power. And no one evolves alone. You don't need 10 million friends, you need 5 warriors. 5 focused, growing, no-nonsense people who sharpen your standards, challenge your excuses, and stretch your vision. A millionaire doesn't surround themselves with comfort. They surround themselves with conviction. So look around. Who speaks into your future? Who gets your energy? Who drains it? Who raises the bar and who pulls it down? And if your circle is built on survival, don't expect to rise in evolution. Make the hard calls. Choose alignment over history. Because every relationship is either multiplying your momentum or murdering it in silence. Act as if you are a millionaire in how you treat today. Not tomorrow, not next year. Today. Because today is your audition. Today is your opportunity. Today is the proving ground, where you show the universe that you're not waiting to be blessed, you're preparing to handle the blessing. You rise early. You plan ruthlessly. You execute with precision. You don't waste the minutes and hope the years will work out. You attack the morning. You own the schedule. You make this day look like a preview of your future life. Act as if you are a millionaire in how you handle failure. Because failure is not the opposite of success, it's the tuition you pay for mastery. Millionaires don't fear failure, they leverage it. They don't personalize setbacks, they study them. They don't cry about mistakes. They mine the lesson, because every scar is a story. Every loss is a ledger. Every breakdown is a blueprint. So when things fall apart, and they will, you don't collapse. You calculate. You don't shrink. You shift. You ask better questions. You refine the strategy. And you walk back into the storm not weaker, but wiser. Because failure doesn't define a millionaire. It disciplines one. Act as if you are a millionaire in how you use your voice. Because your words are not decoration, they are tools, weapons, seeds. And if you speak fear, you will reap fear. If you speak doubt, you will birth delay. But if you speak life, speak focus, speak excellence, your words will begin to construct your future. Millionaires speak with authority, not loud, clear, not dramatic, decisive. They speak from vision, not emotion, from principle, not pressure, because they know what you consistently declare, you eventually become. So stop rehearsing defeat. Stop echoing the noise and start using your mouth like a sword, not a sponge. Act as if you are a millionaire in how you handle success. Because not every test comes in failure. Some of the hardest tests come when things start working, when the money starts coming, when the praise shows up, when people admire the grind they didn't see. That's where most lose themselves. That's where ego replaces gratitude. That's where they forget who they were before the applause. But the ones who last, they remain rooted. They remember the silence. They remain humble in the spotlight and hungry behind the scenes. Because a true millionaire doesn't let success slow them down, they let it sober them. They remember, this is not a reward. This is responsibility. Act as if you are a millionaire in how you handle obscurity. Because before the spotlight comes the silence. Before the recognition comes the refinement. And the ones who make it, they don't need attention to keep showing up. They don't need applause to validate the work. They don't beg the world to notice. Because they know obscurity is the boot camp of champions. The training ground for those who won't fold under the weight of being unseen. If you can't handle being overlooked, you'll never be trusted with being seen. But the one who acts like a millionaire, they grind in the shadows. They build without broadcasting. They trust that what is forged in the dark will command light. Act as if you are a millionaire in how you serve. Because real wealth doesn't just accumulate, it activates. It looks for places to pour, people to lift, lives to shift. A millionaire doesn't just think of ROI, they think of impact. They understand legacy is not what you keep, it's what you leave. So they build systems that help others rise. They give from abundance, not guilt. They elevate the room, not dominate it, because they know generosity is not weakness, it's evidence of inner wealth. You don't give because you have extra. You give because you are extra, overflowing, aligned, whole. Act as if you are a millionaire in how you see time. Because time is not something to kill, it is something to leverage. A true millionaire doesn't fill their day, they fuel it. They don't let hours pass without purpose. They assign meaning to the minutes. Every calendar block has an intention. Every task has a target. Every action is connected to a vision. You're not busy, you're building. And if it doesn't push the vision forward, it doesn't get access to your energy. Because millionaires don't manage time. They command it. And when you live like time is sacred, your life starts to feel sacred too. Act as if you are a millionaire in your resilience. Because life doesn't respect your feelings, it respects your fortitude. You will be underestimated, you will be misjudged, you will be tested. And the question will never be, do you have the talent? It will be, do you have the tenacity? The millionaire mindset doesn't break under pressure, it builds under it. Every obstacle becomes resistance training. Every rejection becomes redirection. Every betrayal becomes sharpening. You don't get bitter, you get better. And every time life tries to push you down, you answer with one move. You rise anyway. Act as if you are a millionaire in your structure. Because your life will never rise above the systems you set. Passion is fuel, but structure is fireproof. Millionaires live by design, not default. Their finances have order, their priorities have rhythm. Their goals are tracked. Their rituals are non-negotiable. They don't rely on memory, they rely on mechanism. Their days don't drift, they drive. Because success isn't found in inspiration, it's built in infrastructure. And if you want to act like a millionaire, you can't keep living in chaos and praying for clarity. You must architect your days with intention. Every moment is either compounding your destiny or robbing it. Act as if you are a millionaire in how you deal with your past. Because your past is not a prophecy, it's a platform. It's not a limitation, it's a library. It's not a sentence, it's seed. But only if you choose it. Only if you stop letting history define you and start letting it refine you. Millionaires don't deny their story, they redeem it. They take the pain and build purpose. They take the dysfunction and build discipline. They take the losses and turn them into leverage. Because they understand you don't outgrow your past by forgetting it. You outgrow it by transcending it. And when you act like a millionaire, your scars no longer whisper shame. They shout strength. Act as if you are a millionaire, not for vanity, but for victory. Not to impress the world, but to honor your potential. Not to chase status, but to match your assignment. You don't wait for the bank balance to live with boldness. You don't wait for the applause to walk in alignment. You don't wait for comfort to move in conviction. Because wealth, real wealth, starts in the way you carry yourself, before anyone believes, before anything appears, before the world ever says, you made it. You don't get ready, you stay ready. You build rituals that command respect. You make decisions that collapse excuses. You raise standards so high that old habits can't breathe in your presence. You don't visit excellence, you live there. Because you are no longer acting like a millionaire to convince others. You are acting like one to convince the old you to never come back. You walk in rooms like they were built for you, not because of ego, but because of execution. You speak less, but every word is heavy. You show up earlier, stay later, grow deeper, and move quieter. You no longer react to life, you reconstruct it. Your posture speaks, your schedule speaks, your silence speaks. Your life becomes a loud, undeniable sermon of standard. This is not about getting rich. This is about getting ready. Getting ready to lead. Getting ready to carry weight. Getting ready to hold blessings you used to pray for. Because when you act as if you are a millionaire in mindset, in mission, in method, you stop chasing wealth and you start embodying it. And from that moment on, the world is no longer deciding your value. You are. You don't act rich to get rich. You act ready to become unstoppable. You act like the future is already yours. And in that mindset, in that alignment, there is no force left that can stop you.